Green flag back in the air. Lord gets a great jump, a good restart, and he will lead down into one, but LaFontaine is still there trying to challenge. Lubeck trying to find a way around the outside, using the high side. Rothwell back on the racetrack after slowing. Lord still in control of this one over LaFontaine, Lubeck, and now the 37 of Hoskins up to fourth in that bug. Looking strong tonight. Battle on for the lead, down into 3 and 4. Lord has it on the outside. LaFontaine trying to take it down on the bottom in the 96. 2 laps to go in this one, and the battle still raging on. It's a tight one down the back stretch. LaFontaine can't find enough on the bottom side to get up and clear Lord. He'll try again through 3 and 4. Coming to the white flag down the front stretch. Lord still in control. That last time by, it was about a 1/10 of a second separating them, and might be even closer this time. Coming to the checkered flag, Dylan Lord puts the power down and keeps the 13 truck in front and wins it over Tyler LaFontaine. And let's have a look at the starting lineup in heat number 3. On pole for this one, Ray Sorrenzia in the 71C, and then it's Kevin Obey in the 3. Austin Worstro's in the 71W, Vincent Pagnotta in the 13. Braden Cuse is in the 7B and will start 5th, and then Donald Deagle's in the 12D starting 6th. Anthony Kelly will start 7th in the 10M, and then Anthony Rinaldi will start 8th in the 7. Danny Worster in the 44W will start 9th, and Fabio Oliveri will round out the field in the 16. All right, green flag back in the air for heat 3 of the Glow and Go Tanning 4 cylinders. There's Worstro making a move on the inside already. Oh, a little bit of contact between, I think that was Cuse and Sorrenzia. That door slammed each other going into one, but all of that to say, it's the 3 truck, I believe, away with the lead, and that's Obey. Kevin Obey making the most of that outside pole position for this one, and he leads lap number 1. Pagnotta in the 13 up to 2nd from the outside as well. And then Worstro runs 3rd. Pagnotta starting to close in the back of Obey. Pagnotta points the 13 to the inside. He'll get alongside the truck briefly. Can't keep up with the 3. Now we got a little bit of a freight train down into 1 and 2. 5 cars, all nose to tail, working down the back straightaway up off of 2. It's Obey, Pagnotta, Worstro, Kelly, and Cuse, all under a blanket, working through 3 and 4. Obey coming to halfway this time. Looking real smooth out in front in that 3 truck. Pagnotta trying to find a way by on the inside, gets alongside briefly, but can't complete the path down the back straightaway. Meanwhile, Austin Worstro is being worked over by Anthony Kelly in the 10M. And here might be the pass for the lead as Pagnotta takes advantage of Obey going wide. Still side by side down into 1 and 2. This time Pagnotta will clear. Vincent Pagnotta in the 13 for the lead. Yellow flag for the 7B of Cuse. Cuse has looped it in the bottom side of 1 and 2. That'll bring out another yellow here. Green flag back in the air. Pagnotta leads it. Gets away early in this one. Obey trying to challenge back on the inside. Can't do it, and now is going to fall back into the clutches of Kelly in the 10. Pagnotta, Obey, Kelly, Worstro. Coming to the white flag this time. Pagnotta goes wide, opens the door briefly, but shuts it down the front straightaway. Through 1 and 2. Pagnotta on his own. Obey's running 2nd. Worstro and Kelly battling for 3rd. Oliveri has gotten by Rinaldi for 5th. But nobody. Oh, Pagnotta gets way wide. He'll hang on, though. Vincent Pagnotta in the 13 wins it over Kevin Obey. Line up in this one. Jeff Humphrey in the 17J will start on the inside of row number 1 alongside Casey Huffman in the 13. Kyle Pellrines in the 47X starting 3rd. Then it's Gord Grant starting 4th in the 5. Kevin Knapp is in the 33. The 2 easy, that's Evan Curtis. Craig Hanley is in the 26. Ross Crowe's in the 17. Mike Lazinga's in the 93K. Dave Small in the 7X. Bryce Richardson's in the 16. Clinton Nichols in the 43C. And Devin Bacher in the 3B scheduled to round out the field in this one. Green flag out. Humphrey away with the lead, but Pellrine has made his way up from 3rd, trying to hunt down the lead through 3 and 4. Ooh, a little bit of contact, I believe, between the 13 and the 33. Lots of cars slicing and dicing down the front straightaway, trying to position themselves into 1 and 2. Humphrey, Pellrine, battles on for 3rd. The 26 coming through, that's Hanley. Bray Hanley from Picton, Ontario, and the 26 is up to 3rd. Top 5 starting to get single file now. One car around in 3 and 4. That's the 5 of Grant, and that'll bring us back under caution. Green flag back in the air. Humphrey gets a pretty good restart. Pellrine gets a better one on the outside. He'll put the power down. Hanley's going to get in the back of the 17, and he'll get to the inside. Humphrey's going to go backwards. All kinds of cars stacking up now as the 2EZ gets a piece of the 17, and then Curtis gets a piece from behind from Small. 4 wide up off the curl. That's not going to work. That is not going to work. Big save from Curtis. Wow, what a great piece of driving. That could have been huge. It got big, though. Bacher's involved. Small is involved. Curtis takes it to the pits, I believe, in avoidance. And then the 17's also, or I believe that's the 11 actually taking it to the pits. Wow, that was a crazy amount of events from the exit of 4 to the exit of 2. Green flag back in the air. Pellrine and Hanley both get away with a pretty good start. Knapp trying to mix it up there in the bottom side. Can't get to Hanley. Pellrine and Hanley still side by side down the back straightaway. Craig Hanley in the 26 trying to take the lead as Pellrine washed out the racetrack. More cars piling in. It's Small and Grant. They're going to try to keep it rolling. And that's going to bring out a caution as Small can't keep the 7X going. The Grant 5 keeps rolling, though. And we're back under yellow in what has been a chaotic Hoosier stock heat number 1. Green flag back in the air. Hanley gets a nice restart. He's away by about a car length as they work down into 1 and 2. Pellrine's under fire from Knapp, who also has Nichols all over the back of that 33. Knapp sails it into the inside of Pellrine, tries to make it stick. They both wash up the racetrack. 3 wide coming down the front stretch. Knapp might not know that Nichols is there. That got awfully close as they work down into 1 and 2. Going to be coming to 2 laps to go. Oh, another incident at the back as Humphrey's around. Small involved in that one as well. Green flag back in the air. Hanley with a good jump. Nichols trying to look to the inside, and Knapp shuts the door on the inside. Hanley leads down the back straightaway. Bit of smoke off the 17 of Humphrey. I believe that's a tire rub as they get ready to come for the white flag. One more time in heat number 1 of the Hoosier stocks. Hanley in control. Does Pellrine, Knapp, or Nichols have anything? They work down the back straightaway. 2 car lengths is the gap to first place. Hanley in control of this one. He'll win what was a chaotic heat number 1 for the Hoosier stocks. All right, let's have a look at starting lineup for heat number 2. Kyle Andres in the 43. Purchase in the 53. Steve Shaw Sr. in the 96. Mark Fawcett's in the 32. Ron Logie in the 97L. Jeff Larmitz in the 601. Melissa Miller drives the 93 tonight. Rob Murray's in the M1. David Barrett will start 10th in the 97. Mike Thorne will start 11th in the 55. And starting shotgun on the field, Rob General in the 44. Green flag. 43 does not get going, and he's got cars passing him on both sides as they work down into 1 and 2. Everybody getting away, 3 clean. Plazik goes wide. Yeah, that's Adam Plazik who washes out the racetrack. He'll go to the back. And Wade Purchase will make his way to the lead from 3rd. Purchase, Fawcett, Shaw Sr., your top 3. Logie's worked his way up to 4th. Here comes Shaw on the outside trying to make a challenge for the lead, but Purchase in control. He opens the door briefly, and here comes Fawcett in the 32. It might be a 3-car battle for the lead when it's all said and done here. Shaw, Sr., making a move on the outside, trying to clear Purchase down the back straightaway. He'll do so. Shaw, Purchase, Fawcett in control. Top 3 have pretty much broken away, and now Larmit has to deal with Rob Murray. Halfway in this one. Top 3 cars still continuing to battle away. Murray is now gotten by Larmit, and here comes Thorne to follow through for the 5th position. Shaw washes up the racetrack. That opens the door for our leaders to battle amongst themselves. Purchase now even with Shaw as they work down into 1 and 2. Fawcett gets the inside of Purchase. Great 3-car battle for the lead in this one. And Rob Murray in the M1, all you can do is watch as he's got quite a gap to close. Shaw. Purchase. Fawcett. Fawcett trying to get to the inside of Purchase now. Shaw still in control in 96. Shaw sees the white flag this time. Steve Shaw Sr. in the Mike's Delivery 96. The Merlin Magician pulling some magic out of his hat. Trying to wrap up heat number 2 in the Hoosier stocks. Checkers in the air. It's Shaw Sr. over Purchase and Fawcett. Green flag in the air. Bailey gets a good jump. Donnie Lampman trying to hold tough on the outside. And that's going to open the door for Beagle as Beagle now challenges for 2nd. Bailey leads. The 84 RK of Beagle now 2nd. And here comes the 1J of Fontaine. Fontaine trying to slip through on the inside. Bailey, Beagle, Fontaine, Lampman. Top 4 single file here. Bleach and Hale are battling for 5th. Oh, 1 car around. That's Beagle. Beagle goes around from 2nd place on his own, and that causes big moment of panic for most of the field. Fontaine, Lampman, Bleach, Hale. Your top 5 in this one. Green flag back in the air. Good start from Hale as he's trying to challenge for 3rd. can't get to the inside of young Donnie Lampman. Bailey and Fontaine are away as they're 3 wide down the back straightaway. Bailey, Fontaine. Look at the move from Hale on the inside. He's going to get 2 spots, making a great move on the inside. Gets past both Jim Lampman and Donnie Lampman. Actually, I believe that was the 108 he passed first, and then Jim Lampman actually followed Hale through, and now Jim Lampman up to 4th. Strong run from the back of the pack for Jim Lampman, who was on the started 9th, inside of row number 5. Bailey in control of this one. Fontaine, Hale. Then it's the Lampmans battling for 4th. Todd Shaw in the 96T starting to make his way up from the back of the pack. Beagle making a bold move to the inside of Teeple. That's for about 10th place. Still out front, it's Bailey. Dave Bailey. Been the dominant Hoosier stock so far this year. He's won 3 of 4 feature races. 2 laps to go. Bailey, Fontaine, Hale, Jim Lampman, Donnie Lampman, your top 5. Bailey out to almost a half straightaway advantage as the 30 JR looped it in high on the high side of 4, but gets it going. And Bailey might have to lap that 30 car. That's Tom Pearson in the 30 JR who looped it, but we stay green. The 30 JR will stay out of the way. Bailey has one more set of corners to negotiate, and he will wrap up another checkered flag here at Merrittville, something he's getting pretty used to this year. Dave Bailey wins heat number 3 in the Hoosier stocks. Scheduled to go on pole alongside Noah Mamo in the 3N. Then it's Brent Bigelow in the 16. Dan McKay's in the 13M. Jordan Costco in the 17C. Jay Mallory in the 20. Terry Smith in the 22. Will start 7th. Starting 8th, Greg Penante in the 99P. And then it's Cameron Lane in the 24C. Tony Cowell will start 10th in the 20J. And rounding out the field in this one, Curtis Friesen in the 68. All right, here we go. Field firing together at the orange cone. Pacholski leads him in real slow. Mamo opens the door briefly. McKay thought about filling that hole as they work down underneath the Tim Hortons finish line. Pacholski away with the lead. Here comes Bigelow. Bigelow, Mamo. The top 3. Here comes Brent to make a move on the inside of Pacholski. Oh, we got one car almost sideways. Big save from Smith at the back of the pack. And we got another car up on the high side. That's the 20 of Cowell. He stays good. We stay green. And Pacholski away with the lead. Pacholski, Bigelow, Mamo. Costco now trying to make a move. Jordan Costco in the 17C. Up battling for a top 3 position with the 3N. That's the tightest battle on the racetrack, as well as Friesen and Penante, who are mixing it up for about 6th place on the racetrack. Here comes Pacholski. Pacholski, Bigelow, Costco, Mamo. 20J is into the pits. That's Cowell, who washed out a little earlier. Battles on for the lead. Bigelow trying to take it. Tight battle between the 21 and the 16. Great move from last Saturday's feature winner, Brent Bigelow in the 16. He has found something in that 16 car, and he's trying to carry over some momentum here tonight. Works over the 21. Pacholski goes way up high in search of some grip and some speed. They work down the front stretch. Bigelow through. Pacholski, Costco, Mamo, and Mallory now battling for about 4th position on the racetrack. Mamo controls it. Mallory will drop back, and he'll have to play defense as here comes Greg Penante in the 99P. Penante all over the back of Mallory as they work into 3 and 4. Bigelow starting to stretch things out over Pachalski by a couple car lengths. Mallory looks briefly to the inside of Mamo once again for fourth. Can't do anything down the front stretch. He'll try to set it up down the back stretch. Mamo hanging tough while the white flag waves for Brent Bigelow. Bigelow, Pachalski, Costco, Mallory, Mamo side by side for fourth. Down the back straightaway. Yellow flag. Oh, that's Terry Smith on the 22, who was slowed as the field was getting ready to come to the checkers. And we will get a late restart here. Green flag back in the air. Good jump from Bigelow. He slings it out and down the front straightaway, away with an advantage of about a car length. Pachalski trying to find a way through. Can't set anything at this time. Costco running strong in third, and here comes Panante making a move on Mamo. Checkers in the air. It's Bigelow, Pachalski, Costco. Panante gets Mamo for fourth at the line. Top five going to the rear free draw. That's what's at stake in heat number 2. The Rick's Delivery RM Lubricants. Sportsman. Green flag in the air. McPherson away with a good start. Clears Dumont down into 1. Meanwhile, there's a bunch of them all stacked up on the inside, outside, and every which way they can be. Top 3 away single file is Friesen. Ooh, Friesen's going to get contact from Rouse as Rouse dives in there, but I think he got a little bit of help from the inside as well. Big problems for Friesen. Friesen's going to come to a stop here. That may bring the yellow, and that'll do it. Yellow flag in the air after Friesen takes the worst of what was a 3-car door slam fest. Green flag back in the air. A couple cars in the wrong spot on that restart, but we'll figure that out later. Meanwhile, at the front, it's McPherson ahead of the 74 of Flanagan and Dumont. Here comes Rouse and Bleach. Three-car battle. Dumont and Rouse battling pretty rough down into 1 and 2. Bleach, whatever they adjusted on the race car in that pits, he's been shot out of a cannon, and he's up to third. Bleach trying to make another pass now as he works over Flanagan. All this happening behind our leader, McPherson, who's still in control. McPherson, Bleach, and Flanagan going back and forth for a second. Bleach is by. Flanagan falls to third. Rouse fourth, and Sauter up to fifth. Halfway this time for Cody McPherson, the Willard Concrete and Trucking. This is number 7. Field starting to get strung out just a little bit more here as things calm down. Friesen trying to find a way to claw back into the mix after that hard contact. Two laps to go. It's still McPherson. Bleach is starting to reel in McPherson. White flag. The Mike Knapp Ford 108 for Bleach. Running pretty well up on that high side. But we'll see if he's got enough to reel in the 7 of Cody McPherson. One more set of corners. McPherson kind of tiptoeing on the bottom. Checkers in the air. It's McPherson who gets the win. Heat number 3 in the Rick's Delivery are at the starting lineup. Jason Van Mill on pole in this one in the 1, alongside of Adam Leslie in the 15. Then it's Taylor Vanderzanden in the 74V, 74X, I believe, on the car. Luke Carlton's in the 96B. Then it's Dave Mamo in the 3 Mamo. Rob Knapp's in the 2K. John Babion in the 62 will start 7th. Jeff Penante alongside in 8th in the 66P. Daryl Fairway will start 9th in the 53, and Justin Sharp in the 8S rounds out the field in this one. Green flag in the air with Leslie getting the jump. Carlton also had a strong restart, and Carlton trying to make his way up to 2nd, and he'll do so as Van Mill drops 1. Van Mill now fighting back on the inside down the back straightaway. Leslie leads. Van Mill now trying to clear Carlton. Can't do it. Luke Carlton in the 96B on the outside. The other Tim Hortons Bonesmobile ride here tonight. Up on the high side. Still battling with Van Mill. Ooh, Penante gets into Van der Zanden. And that washes Van der Zanden way up the outside the racetrack. That's going to cost him a whole bunch of spots. Leslie, Carlton, Van Mill, Knapp. And here comes the 53 of Fairway as well. Daryl Fairway started 9th on the grid. He's moved his way up inside the top 5 now and looking for more as he tries to work over the backside of Knapp. Can't do it. Rob Knapp in the 2K. Halfway this time, Adam Leslie in the Sterling Lubricants 15 in control of this one. Luke Carlton. Van Mill still running 3rd in the Mountain View Homes. Oh, it's one car around up on the high side. That is Penante. Jeff Penante loops it on the high side of 3 and 4, and we are under yellow. Green flag in the air. Leslie with a good restart after playing a little bit of games on the lap leading up to green flag once again. Big move from Rob Knapp on the outside. He'll get past Van Mill. Put Rob Knapp up to 3rd. Leslie leads Carlton. Knapp, Van Mill, Fairway and Sharp both trying to find a way around Van Mill. Knapp's actually trying to start working over the 96. Can't quite find a way. Carlton washes out wide, and Knapp gets to the outside, coming to the white flag. Leslie, Carlton, Knapp. I don't think anybody's going to get to Leslie, but there's a great battle for 2nd. Rob Knapp trying to find a way around on the outside. This time will clear Carlton, put the 2K up to 2nd. 1 set of corners left. Here comes Adam Leslie to wrap up the heat win. Leslie, Knapp, Carlton. Sharp gets 4th over Van Mill. And here come the S&W Service Center 358 modified. So for their heats, Scott Wood will be on pole of heat number 1 in the 38. Then it's Jordan Peters in the 1P. Shane Pierce is in the 88. Tanner Podwinski in the 72 had a great showing on Saturday night. He'll start 4th. Todd Gordon in the 28 starts 5th. Tim Jones, 6th. And Fred Carlton, your winner, Fast Freddy, starting shotgun on the field in this one. Scott Wood, Peters, bring them in real slow. Green flag. Good start to the race in this one. Peters and Wood go side by side into 1 and 2. Peters trying to find a way around the outside of Wood. Can't do it. They still battle for the lead down into 3 and 4. Quick lap so far from this bunch. Jordan Peters is going to get away with the lead in lap number 1. Jordan Peters through to the lead in the 1P. And it's Wood. Podwinski up to 3rd now. Pierce starting to drop back as here comes Jones on the around the outside, the 15J. Wood starting to challenge for the lead at the line. Scott Wood takes the lead back by about a nose. Wood can't clear Peters. Now will do so as they work into 3 and 4. Peters trying to fight back on the outside. Peters pinches down Wood. He'll slide up the racetrack on the exit of 4. Peters back in front. Good battle between these two early in this one. Wood Gets to the inside. Can't keep pace with Peters this time. Peters will pull out by about a car length. Peters, Wood, Podwinski, Pierce, and Jones, your top 5 as they run. Jordan Peters in the 1P. Your leader in this one. Scott Wood lurking on that inside line. Wood looked strong on Saturday night as well. Couldn't wrap up the W. Henderson's Pharmacy 38 looking strong once again, but it's Jordan Peters in control. Jordan Peters works down the back straightaway, comfortably keeping that lead at about a car length advantage as they continue to battle. Peters searching for grip, goes to the extreme outside, still in control. 2 laps to go. Peters, Wood, Podwinski, Jones now up to 4th as he makes a slide job move on Pierce. Put Tim Jones to 4th place in the 15J. White flag in the air. Peters washes out wide, rows the moat. Wood trying to get alongside. 1 lap to go in heat number 1. Wood pulls even through the turn, but can't keep the momentum down. Jordan Peters pushing Scott Wood down. Wood making a great corner. They're going to be side by side, but Jordan Peters is going to hang on for the win. I think Pierce may have gotten Jones at the line too as well. That was a tight battle for about 4th place. Jones by about a nose. Green flag. 41 rows the moat, trying to keep pace with the 12 as they work into 1 and 2. Chevalier is going to get away with the lead. Then McTavish in the 41. Willards in the 777 in the 2 Cool, and Bicknell battling. Derek Van Mill on the inside in the 2 Cool will drop a spot. Pete Bicknell now up to 4th. He's gotten by 2 cars. Willard in the 777 is going to make a pass on the 41, and here comes the 42 to follow through. Mr. Smallblock down on the inside. Pete can't keep pace with Willard. All this happening behind Chad Chevalier, who's just driving away with it. Chevalier in control in the 12. Chevalier, Willard, Bicknell, McTavish, Davidson, and Van Mill battling back in the pack for 5th place. About a half straightaway advantage already for Chevalier, who looks bad fast tonight in the Rick's Delivery number 12. Willard trying to hang on to 2nd as Pete Bicknell continuing to look to the inside but can't find anything downstairs. Laps clicking away here. Chad Chevalier last time led it by about 2.1 seconds as he's out for a Monday night cruise, a holiday Monday night. Appreciate all the fans joining us here. Chad Chevalier, 2 laps to go. Then it's Tyler Willard, Pete Bicknell, McTavish, Davidson, and Van Mill. White flag in the air. One more time around for Chad Chevalier. Williamson welding on the 12 as well. That car looks like a rocket ship here tonight while the sun is out. We'll see what happens as the sun starts to fade and this track changes. Checkers in the air. Chad Chevalier going to wrap up heat number 2 in the S&W Service Center 358 mods. Over Willard, Bicknell, McTavish, and Davidson. Austin Wood on pole in the 1XP, and then it's Trevor Wright in the 09. Gary Lindbergh's in the 37S. Dalton Slack is in the 3RS starting 4th. Starting 5th will be the 6 of Matt Williamson. Mike Bowman's in the 71. He'll start shotgun on the field in 6th. Front row fires together in this one. 3 heavy hitters starting in the back this one. Green flag. Wood gets a good jump. He'll clear right down into 1 and 2, but Lindbergh is all over the backside. Here comes Williamson down on the inside. Matt Williamson trying to get through past Lindbergh. Can't do it. Trevor Wright, don't look now as he starts to battle on the outside. Wright briefly challenging Wood for the lead, but at the line, Wood leads lap number 1. Wood under fire from Wright, who's going to clear Austin Wood as he washes up the racetrack. Oh, Wright, he's way up on the outside. He's going to save it, keep it off the berm, but that's going to drop him all the way to the back of the pack in the Central Fabricating 09. Tough break for Wright, who looked real strong early. Had the speed to go and get by Wood, and now Austin Wood in the 1XP. He leads Lindbergh, Williamson, Bowman. Lindbergh stalking the 1XP. Matt Williamson trying to keep pace in the 6. He looks to the inside of Lindbergh. Halfway this time. Austin Wood, Lindbergh, Williamson, Bowman, Slack, and Wright. Field single file as of right now, but Williamson's continuing to look to the inside of Lindbergh. Lindbergh searching for some speed up on the high side. Lindbergh won in dominating fashion a couple weeks ago here at Merrittville on a Saturday night, using that extreme outside line. And through 3 and 4, he's continuing to search for it. Field comes to 2 laps to go. Austin Wood still in control in the 1XP. Wood, Lindbergh, and Williamson starting to drop back off the tail of Lindbergh, not able to challenge. White flag in the air. Austin Wood in the Peters Construction Group, 1XP. Looking strong, trying to take away Lindbergh's line. He runs high through 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. The advantage is about 3 car lengths. Lindbergh closes in. Wood goes down low. Lindbergh trying to keep the power down. He's not going to get there. Austin Wood will win heat number 3 in the S&W Service Center 358 mods. Glow and Go Tanning 4 cylinders out for their Conti race. Top 8 in this one advance to the A main later tonight. Scott Simpson will go on pole in the 01 alongside Kyle Rothwell in the 114. Don Deagles in the 12D will start 3rd. Jamie Ayers in the 27J will start 4th. Then it's Chris Mittlinger in the 5C. Ray Sorenzia in the 71C starting 6th. Randy Alway in the 34 will start 7th. Courtney Kokerick in the 3K will start 8th. Braden Cuse in the 7B starts 9th. Clinton Barrett in the 09 will start 10th. Brian Obey in the 5 will start 11th. And Danny Werser in the 44W is scheduled to round out the field in this one. Safety issue for the 12 of Deagle, who has no window net up currently, cannot run like that. Trying to get Deagle to get that safety net up. Heather. Here comes the 27J late. That's Ayers, who's going to rejoin at the back of the pack. Problems with the 09. Who's slow off the pace. Rothwell. He gets away with the lead early. Deagle starting to fall to the back. And I believe Kokerick may have got a piece of Deagle as they were battling. But Kyle Rothwell, a place he's not used to being in. The B feature. Trying to make up for a mechanical problem earlier in the night. In control of this one. Cuse also battling his way up. Braden Cuse up to 2nd. Then it's Simpson, Alway, Sorenzia, Deagle, Kokerick, Worcester, and the 27J. Oh, contact! Worcester takes out Kokerick. They try to stay together and... Oh, no. Now Worcester's going to get dumped. That was a whole mess coming down the front straightaway as Worcester got a piece of Kokerick. Kokerick trying to save it. Basically used up the 44. And now we've got Worcester parked on the outside of turn number 1, and we got a caution. Green flag in the air, and Rothwell and Cuse go side by side down in the 1. Rothwell on the outside. Cuse slides up. There might be contact between them. Cuse uses up Rothwell. Rothwell's going to go to the outside, and that's going to cost him. Cuse goes to the lead. Rothwell, Simpson, Cerenzia, Deagle, the top 5. Kokorick making the most of that restart. Gets back up. Cuse, Rothwell away with the lead. Oh, Kokorick and Deagle come together. Contact, and Deagle's around off the hood of Kokorick. Yellow flag. It's Kokorick and Deagle come together. Everybody gets it righted, and we'll go yellow, but see if he tries to do it again. I don't think Rothwell was too happy with that move. Green flag in the air. Cuse gets a good jump on Rothwell. Rothwell still working in that outside. Cuse slides up, and here comes the crossover move. Kyle Rothwell set it up perfectly. He goes to the inside. 114, 7B doing battle in this one. Cuse trying to stay to the outside of Rothwell. Can't do it. Rothwell is through to the lead. Cuse, Simpson, Cerenzia, 3 wide about mid-pack. Allway, Worcester, and Deagle. Deagle making a bold move in the 12. Kokorick's going to get by the 27J, and the top 2 have broken away from the field in this one. Rothwell still leads. Cuse, Simpson, Cerenzia, Deagle, and Worcester now looking 3 wide for a second. Cerenzia gets back in line. He's all over the back of Simpson. Rothwell, Cuse, Deagle up to 3rd now. Simpson, 4th. More battling at the back of the pack is Cerenzia trying to hold off Worcester, who's trying to get to the outside now. Kokorick and Allway are battling. Everybody stays clean at the back of the pack. Top 2 have really broken away in this one. Rothwell and Cuse stretching it out over Deagle, Simpson, Cerenzia, Allway, Worcester, and Kokorick. That's your top 8 who are looking to advance to the A main. Two laps to go for Kyle Rothwell, who's in control of this one. Lots of good battling back in the pack as cars continue to jockey for position. Cerenzia, Kokorick, Allway, Worcester all under a blanket. Oh, Cerenzia gets way loose in the middle of 2. Catches it. Leaders take the white flag as Rothwell in control. Top 3 single file, 4, now 5. Pretty much the whole field single file in this one now. Our leader, Rothwell, one more time through 3 and 4. Has to do a bit of extra racing if he wants to win the feature here tonight, but he'll wrap up a B feature win over Cuse, Deagle, Simpson, and Kokorick battling side by side for what would be 4th. At the line, give it to Kokorick, I believe, over Simpson, Allway, Worcester, and Cerenzia. Green flag. Curtis away with a great jump. The 2 easy in front of that one. Shot. Trying to take the lead on the outside. He'll do so. Going to be a yellow flag, as I believe the ruling in the tower is the 2 easy. Jump the restart. Much closer, much better jump at the actual stick in 4. Curtis gets away with the start. Shaw trying to fight back on the outside, same way he did on. Oh, and there goes the 93 who loops it all by himself. That's Fox, who will keep it going. Will stay green. Yellow flag is out for Fox, who tried to get it looped and then goes to the outside instead of actually looping and rejoining. He'll drop to the tail. Bringing out the yellow. Green flag back in the air. Curtis. Good jump in the Meridian, not too easy as he battles down into 1 and 2 alongside Logie. As Gord Grant's going to go around. Grant trying to keep it going. He'll get it going. We're going to stay green. Grant gets it rolling. Logie gets the lead away from Curtis as they battle through 3 and 4 down into 1 and 2. Curtis trying to find a way to catch up. And Grant around again. This time, Grant's spin will bring out a caution. Green flag back in the air. Logie puts the power down, trying to drive away from Curtis. Side by side, down into 1. Shaw may have tagged the inside wall there. It looked pretty close. That's actually going to open the doors. Here comes Bacher. 3 wide. Bacher, Shaw, Bleach. 3 wide through turn 3 and 4. Bacher's up to 3rd. Good move from the 3B as now he gets a little bump drafting help from Bleach down into 1. Logie, Curtis, Bacher. Bleach and Shaw. Shaw and Bleach battling for that last transfer spot. They make contact down the back straightaway. Into 3 and 4. Bleach might be a tire down now for Shaw as he slows. Todd Shaw in the 96T. He's got a problem, and that right front is down after the contact with Bleach. Tough break for the 96T as they make contact. We stay green. Coming for halfway in the B main. First of 2 consies for the Hoosier stocks here. Logie in control. Battles on for that final transfer spot. Bacher has it. Fox trying to take it on the outside. Top 3 single file. And then for that final spot, in 4th place is Bacher. Devin Bacher in the 3B. He has control. Oh, contact as the 93 sends Bacher up the racetrack. And that's going to cost the 93K. Excuse me, just the 93 of Fox. He loops it. And he will try to get it righted here. Instead of looping it the right way, he goes back the wrong way, and we get another yellow. Too easy of Curtis. Bleach. Bacher has the final transfer spot to the A main. Green flag in the air. A bit of a wild start from Logie. That opens the door briefly for Curtis. Bleach opens the door for Bacher, but the top 4 get away unchallenged. Logie nice and smooth that time through 3 and 4. Keeps the power down. Logie, Curtis, Bleach, Bacher, top 4. Up there fighting to try to break into that top 4 of the 44. That's Rob General. Lurking there, but not close enough to make any kind of distance up. 2 laps to go. Logie starting to pull away from the rest of the field in this one. White flag in the air. One more time around for Ron Logie. Logie, Curtis, Bleach, Bacher. Can General get there? Bacher trying to hang on in the 3B for that final transfer spot. We'll keep an eye as they battle down the back straightaway. Up at the front. Logie, Curtis, Bleach, and Bacher hangs on. Checkered flag in the air. Green flag. Plazek and Small get away, but here comes Teeple. Teeple trying to get to the inside of Plazek, can't do it. Small up on the outside. He's going to get away with the lead. Clears Plazek down the back straightaway. Teeple and Plazek battling tight into 1 and 2. Or excuse me, 3 and 4. They're battling for positions 2 and 3. Small gets away with the lead on lap number 1. Here comes Kyle Andres in the 43 up the challenge. Andres is going to get Teeple, looks like. working the outside of that 11. 17. That's Crow who comes together with Teeple. Crow sails it in on the inside, trying to make it stick. A little bit of contact with the 43. But everybody stays green and pointed the right way. Just as I say that, there goes the 17. Crow is around. Yellow flag in the air after Crow loops it in front of the field in the 17. Green flag back in the air. Dave Small away with the lead over Plazik, Andres, and Teeple. Small leads. Plazik. Teeple trying to make some ground on the outside. He'll go to the outside of Plazik for second. Andres trying to hold up Smolders for fourth, the final transfer spot. Small leads. Plazik and Teeple side by side for second. Smolders trying to get to the inside of the 43. Good battling for that final transfer spot. Teeple past Plazik for second. Smolders trying to clear Andres for fourth. Here comes the 17 of Crow back through the field. 30 JR loops it. Oh, hard hit into the inside barrier for the 30 JR. That was Pearson. Tried to keep his foot in it and spin it right back around, and that spun him right into those barriers down on the exit of 4. Small will be the control car on this one. Teeple to his outside. Green flag in the air. Small gets a good restart, but here comes Smolders to mix things up. He gets the inside of Teeple. Plazik's down on the bottom side as they're briefly 3 wide up off the corner, down into 3 and 4 now. Smolders controls second and now wants a piece of the lead as he gets the inside of Small. They work down into 1 and 2. Halfway to go. Smolders down the back straightaway. Alongside Small. Teeple is settled into third and Plazik controls fourth. Smolders, Small, Teeple, Plazik. Top 4 driving away in this one. Teeple and Small still trying to battle over second place. Yellow flag out. Big debris on that front stretch. You can see a tailpipe. Looks like some kind of exhaust piece is broken off. CAA tow truck here to pick it up. Green flag. Smolders away with it. Oh, and Andres is going to spin and get a piece of Miller. Andres going to try to keep it going. We'll stay green. Smolders, Small, Teeple, Plazik, your top 4 off the back straightaway. Andres does a great job to keep his foot in it. We stay green, coming to 2 laps to go. Smolders, Small, Teeple, Plazik. Can Ross Crow get to the back of Plazik? Can anybody get to Spencer Smolders? Oh, 2 cars tangle. That's 1 car around. That's the 17 who keeps his foot in it. We stay racing there again. Bit of a burnout from the 17. White flag in the air. Top 4. Smolders, Small, Teeple, and Plazik. Tires down on the 93 of Miller. See if Melissa Miller can hang on with the right rear flat. Coming to the checkers. Smolders. Teeple gets Small at the line. And Plazik, that is your top 4, and that is who's going to be advancing. Great job from Crow, Andres, and Miller, all to hang on and not bring out a late yellow. We'll move on to our Rick's Delivery Sportsman Consi. Friesen, Dumont, lead him to green. Green flag. Friesen gets away with a good start. Dumont trying to keep tough. Yellow flag from the tower. Front row fired too early. Curtis Friesen in the 68 jumped the initial start of the race. We'll try to line him up and get going again. Much cleaner start. Curtis Friesen away with it. Oh, Dumont gets a piece of Friesen. A little bit of contact down the front straightaway. They're briefly 4 wide as they work through 1 and 2 deep in the pack. Friesen leads Dumont. Vanderzanden, McKay, Petey, and Mamo. Oh, more contact in the back, but everybody keeps it straight. Great job from these guys to hang on to it early after they're slicing and dicing. A little bit of beating and banging in the mid-pack. But up at the front, it's all Curtis Friesen and the Reeds. Hollich 68. Friesen leads. Dumont, Vanderzanden. McKay, your top 4. Top 8 going to the feature in this one. Battles on about 5th place. Nathan Petey trying to hang on to 5th. Kerry Smith in the 22, who had a strong run on Saturday night, trying to get back by Petey. Jeff Manante making a strong run up through the field as well as he gets by Dave Mamo in the 3 Mamo. As they run, Friesen, Dumont, Vanderzanden, and McKay. One car loops up on the high side. That's the 20J. He gets righted. We'll see if he can keep it going, and we'll stay green. Cowell in the 20J loops if it keeps going. We stay green. Friesen, Dumont, Vanderzanden, McKay, Petey, Smith, Panente. That is your top 8 as they run. Mamo also in that top 8, excuse me. Rick's Delivery Sportsman continuing to do their Dust Bowl dance here, trying to figure out who's going to the A main. Panante starting to close in on Smith. That's for about 6th position. Friesen, Dumont, Vanderzanden, McKay, Smith trying to get to the inside of Petey. Can't do it. Panante trying to get to the inside of Smith. Can't do it as they battle through 1 and 2. One car around. That is the 20 of Lane. He tries to keep it going, but it's going to bring out a caution. Lane takes it to the pits. We are yellow. Lineup looks good. Field's going to go green this time. 1 lap shootout to settle it. Friesen, Dumont, Vanderzanden, and McKay, Petey, Smith, Panante, Mamo, Vivian. Green flag. One lap to go. Top 8 going to the A main. Dumont closes in on the back of Friesen, trying to win it, steal it late. Can't do it. Checkers in the air. Friesen's going to hang on over Dumont, Vanderzanden, McKay, and Petey. Courtney Kokerick in the 3K, starting 22nd. Starting 23rd, Scott Simpson in the 01. Starting 24th, Randy Alway from St. Anne's, Ontario in the 34. Starting 25th, Danny Worster from Niagara Falls, Ontario in the 44W. And rounding out the field of 26 cars, Ray Sorenzia from Port Colborne, Ontario in the 71C. Lights are out on our U-Pick Auto Parts SLM Recycling Mini Cooper Pace Car. And we'll get ready to go racing in a 4-cylinder duel on the dirt. Green flag in the air. Hoskins doesn't get a great start. The 24 of Rutherford looking to the inside. Meanwhile, Worstro trying to push Oliveri through on the outside. Oliveri to the lead. Down the back straightaway. They're 3 wide for second. Rutherford starting to back off in that 24. He'll have to settle in line. No, he looks to the inside of Hoskins with Worstro still on the outside. Rutherford washes up the racetrack. Everybody stays clean and green. A little bit of contact in the back of the pack, but we're still going racing. Oliveri leads. Worstro, Rutherford, and here comes Kenny Hare in the 5K, who looks strong Saturday night here at Merrittville Speedway, looking to pick up the momentum and close out the win this time. He works to the inside of Rutherford for third. Oliveri, still your leader. Oliveri, Worstro, Rutherford in the 24. Hare, Lafontaine, your top 5. Then DeBoer battling with Hoskins for 6th. Kelly trying to go to the inside of Hoskins now, and that 10M trying to come through. Top 8 or 9 cars have all broken away in this one. Jay Moulton in the 10th place in that 10 car. Your last car running through. I believe the 38S of Iftadi has pulled in. I see that car on the pits. Not sure what's going on with them as we've got a battle for the lead. Worstro looks to the inside of Oliveri. Hare is there as well. 3-car battle for the lead as they work down the back straightaway here at Merrittville. Worstro gets past Oliveri. Now Hare looking to follow through. Maybe a bit of contact as they're right on top of each other through 3 and 4. Oliveri almost getting used up by Hare. Worstro, Hare, Oliveri, Lafontaine now 4th. DeBoer looking to take over a top 5 spot from Rutherford. Clean bit of racing thus far. Worstro out in front. Hare washes up the racetrack. That's going to open the door for Oliveri. Lafontaine runs 4th. DeBoer and Rutherford still battling for 5th. Battling for 7th is Kelly and Lord in the 13 truck. Then Jay Moulton kind of on an island by himself in 9th. Don't look now as Kyle Rothwell has broken into the top 10 after starting deep in the field of this one. Row 10 inside was Rothwell's starting spot. Yellow flag is out. 1 car around on the inside of turn 2. I believe that is Rinaldi in the 7 who has looped it and parked it on the inside of turn. Lights are out on the U-Pick Auto Parts Mini Cooper. SLM Recycling also on board with them. Worstro, Hare, Oliveri, Lafontaine, DeBoer, Rutherford, Lord, Kelly, Moulton, and Rothwell, your top 10. Green flag back in the air. Good start from Worstro. Worstro in the Fix Auto 71. Looking for a good run here tonight. Cars battling. Oh, a couple cars stacked up on the inside. DeBoer and Lord got the worst of that as they're going to drop multiple spots. Lord trying to fight back on the inside now as he's under fire again from behind. Worstro leads that lap cleanly. Hare, Lafontaine, Oliveri, Rutherford, Kelly. And here comes Rothwell up on the outside. Might be a 3-car battle for about 5th position here, as Kelly and Rutherford are still side by side with Rothwell looking upstairs. Nothing doing. He'll settle back in line. Battles on for second as here comes LaFontaine. Tyler LaFontaine in the 96. He works to the inside of the 5K. Down the back straightaway. Put Tyler LaFontaine to P2. All this behind our leader, Worstro, who's jumped out to quite the advantage. We'll see what the numbers say at the line. Worstro leads. LaFontaine. Hare. Almost a 2-second advantage for Worstro. One car into the pits. I believe that's the 24 of Rutherford. Yes, the 24 of Rutherford is in. He was battling up in the top 5. Problems for Rutherford. Hare now battling with Oliveri for third. Kelly and Rothwell lurking there as well. They're trying to break in to the top 5. Wow, tight racing down the back straightaway. Oliveri backing up. Kelly is through to fourth. DeBoer trying to follow suit on the bottom. Meanwhile, Rothwell is stuck up on the outside. Lord trying to find a way to the inside of DeBoer. They make contact. Everybody stays straight. LaFontaine also had a problem. He's slow. Tyler LaFontaine way upstairs, and he's going to be... Oh, another car looped it on the front stretch. That's the Renault E7. Yellow flag out. Another crazy sequence of events there. As Tyler LaFontaine, who is running second, he's got a flat right front tire. That's what slowed LaFontaine. Flat right front for the 96, who was in second. Gets it going. Hare to his outside. Can't keep pace. Worstro's going to get away clean. Fix Auto 71 in control. Thorold Auto Parts on the side, on the back side of that one as well. And everybody's staring at that Thorold Auto Parts logo as Worstro is in control. Rothwell mixing it up with Oliveri, but now has to play defense for that top 5 spot. Excuse me, for the top 6 spot. Look at Trevor DeBoer coming through in that 31. DeBoer looking strong. Kenny Hare, he washes out way wide. That's going to cost him 2 or 3 spots. And now put Kelly, Anthony Kelly up to second. We'll see if he's got anything to get up there and challenge Worstro. Worstro leads. Kelly, DeBoer, Lord back to 4th. Rothwell to 5th. Hare falls back to 6th. Oliveri now under fire from Vlasic and Moulton. DeBoer trying to take second from Kelly. Worstro continues to lead. Austin Worstro in the 71W. He leads. Strong running order. Anybody in this top 10 I could see winning this race. But gonna take a lot to catch up to Worstro, who's built almost a half straightaway advantage out by himself. DeBoer now finally free of cars from behind him. Does DeBoer have anything? Oh, 1 car around, 2 cars in trouble. I believe that's Worster going through the moat, and the 34 of Alway has looped it in turn 4. Worstro, DeBoer, Lord, Kelly, and Rothwell, top 5, looking to settle it. $1,000 on the line. Austin Worstro, again, driving away from the pack early in this one. DeBoer hanging tough in second, and actually will close in through 3 and 4, a little bit onto the back bumper of Worstro. Austin Worstro. Leads it by already 2 car lengths. This Lord trying to look to the outside of DeBoer. DeBoer slides up the racetrack, trying to hang on to second. The 34 of Alway rejoins a few laps down after that tire change. Worstro continues to lead. White flag in the air. This is the last time around. Can Austin Worstro hang on? Can Dylan Lord or Trevor DeBoer get up there and challenge? Lord up on the outside trying to get past DeBoer. He'll cleanly get by the 31, but I don't think he's got enough time to catch Austin Worstro. 1 more set of corners. Austin Worstro sees the checkered flag, and he'll win. Duel on the dirt, number 1 here at Merrittville in that 71. It's Worstro, Lord, DeBoer, Kelly, and the 114 of Rothwell rounding out the top 5. Looking forward to catching up with Austin Worstro a little later in the evening. Green flag in the air. Knapp leads him back to green. Knapp and Shaw battle. Knapp slides up. 3 wide, 4 wide for a brief moment. And look at the Merlin Magician pulling some magic out of the hat on the first set of corners. Steve Shaw Sr. to the lead. Here comes Rob Murray in the M1. Tight battle up off of 4. Who's going to lead lap 1? Give it to Steve Shaw Sr. Rob Murray not done battling yet as he works to the inside, and this time will clear the 96 down the back straightaway. Knapp hanging tough, but he'll drop back to 4th as the 26 is through. Craig Hanley hanging on to that 3rd spot where he started. Now looking to the inside of Shaw for 2nd as Murray starts to drive away. Here comes Dave Bailey. Bailey, who started 8th, all over the back of the 26 for 3rd. Knapp starting to slip back into the clutches of Pelrine. Fontaine and Fawcett lurking there, as well as Chris Hale. Up at the front, Rob Murray, though. He leads. 3 wide for 2nd at the stripe. Shaw holds on to 2nd for now as the 26 slides up. Hanley has to make some evasive maneuvers. He backs out of the middle, and Bailey and Shaw will race for 2nd. Behind our leader, Rob Murray, into 3 and 4. Murray, Bailey, Shaw, Hanley, Pelrine, Fontaine, and Knapp battling for about 6th position on the racetrack. 3 cars battling 3 wide for another top 10 spot as Hale, Fawcett, and I can't tell who is in the middle of that bunch of cars. I believe it's the 55 of Mike Thorne who's coming through. 4 wide down the front straightaway. Knapp using the moat. He pinches it in there. Hale on the bottom. There's still 3-4 wide. Tight racing in the back half of the top 10. More 3 wide racing between Beagle, Larmett, and the 93K. But up at the front, it's all Rob Murray so far. Took the lead on lap number 2 and hasn't looked back. But if he does look back, he'll see a 3-time feature winner this season alone. Dave Bailey knows how to get it done here at Merrittville. Murray, the other feature winner here at Merrittville thus far this season. 2 of the best in the Hoosier stocks, looking like they're going to set up for another classic duel. Murray leads down the back straightaway. Bailey, Shaw. Then it's the 26 of Hanley. Thorne rounds out your top 5. And then it's a whole mess of cars from 6th on back. Murray, Bailey, Shaw, Hanley, Thorne, your top 5. Fontaine having a good battle with Pelrine as here comes Mark Fawcett in the 32. That battle is for 6th on the racetrack. Oh, Hale loops it off the front of the 84 RK. And we are under yellow. Chris Hale was down on the inside. He may have got some help from the 84 RK. Couldn't tell from my vantage point, but the 84 was definitely close. Murray, Bailey, side by side. Murray gets a good jump. Green flag. Bailey trying to follow suit down into 1 and 2. Shaw there as well. Thorne, Hanley. That's your top 5. Pelrine and Fontaine lurking there as well. Good racing throughout the field. Murray, Bailey, Thorne up to 3rd now. Shaw has Fontaine to the inside as they battle for 4th. But here comes Dave Bailey. The battle for the lead might be on as they work down into 3 and 4. Bailey looks to the inside. Look how much speed he's able to carry through the middle. He gets to the inside of Murray, but has to back off down the front stretch. Down into 1 and 2. Bailey looks to the high side. Nothing doing there. Murray able to stretch it out by about a car length as they work down the back straightaway. This time into 3 and 4. Look at Bailey. He just rolls the center of the corner so well, but can't put the power down to keep up with Murray. Murray doing a great job running his line, defending that position, and keeping the door closed from Dave Bailey. Top two have broken away by a couple car lengths. Then it's Thorne, Fontaine. Pelrine currently runs fifth, but has the 26 of Hanley to his outside challenging. And here comes the 84 RK of Beagle. Beagle to the inside of Pelrine. Three-wide battle for a brief moment into one for fifth. Down the back straightaway, top four cars, single file. Pelrine on the inside. Hanley on the outside. Beagle looking there as well. Fawcett is there. Good racing from 5th through 10th on back. Meanwhile, up at the front, down the back straightaway goes our leader, Rob Murray. Murray in control. Bailey works to the inside. Puts the power down, looking to the outside now. Murray still leads it by about a car length and a half. Bailey gets a really good entry on both ends of the racetrack, but just can't find a way past Murray. Meanwhile, these two cars continue to roll through as we got Donnie Lampman with a flat tire into one. Donnie Lampman in the 28 is going to bring that car to the pits with a flat right front. Tough break for the youngster. Murray, Bailey, Thorne, Fontaine, Beagle. That is your top five. Then we got a hornet's nest from 6th through 10th as the back half of the top 10 all battle for position. Murray continues to stretch things out. Let's turn our attention to that battle now as it's three wide down the front straightaway. One car up on the high side of 3 and 4. I believe that's 93K of Klazinga. Yellow flag is out for Klazinga in the 93, who was parked up on the high side of 3 and 4. Purchase, Nichols, Hanley, Pelrine, Fawcett, Small, Hale, Stackfield, back to green. Murray with a good restart. He'll gap Bailey down into 1 and 2. Bailey closes the gap back up, though, with a great entry to 1 and 2. Fontaine trying to take away third from Thorne. They battle side by side inside the top 5. Murray. Murray, Bailey. Two of the best to do it here in the Hoosier stocks. Coming down. White flag, 1 to go, and Bailey is there. Murray has to play the best defense he's ever played. Down through 1 and 2. He shuts the door. Bailey looked about a half lane higher. Nothing doing. Down the back straightaway. Bailey trying to set him up on the outside. Murray gets away by about a car length. Last time through 3 and 4. Bailey trying to get there. He's not going to do it. Rob Murray in the M1 will win over Bailey, Fontaine, Beagle, and Thorne. And the score now 3-2 between two great rivals. Murray, 2 wins. Bailey, 3. Lights out on the U-Pick Auto Parts, SLM Recycling, Mini Cooper. Bleach on the inside, Begalow on the outside, 108-16. Fire together at the orange cone in 4. Green flag in the air. Bleach works to the inside. He gets a little loose. He washes up the racetrack. That's going to take Begalow out. And here comes McPherson through. Cody McPherson in the 7. He'll take the lead. Penante is through. Friesen, Rouse. Trouble for both the 16 and our pole sitter, the 108, as they drop multiple starts after washing out on the front stretch. Or, excuse me, in the front turn. First turn. Down the front stretch they come. Trying to fight back on the outside as Bleach can't get up to Knapp. The 16 trying to fight back as well. All that behind the 7, who is your leader. Cody McPherson did a great job jumping from the outside of row number 2 when the leaders took each other out somewhat. In the first corner, Penante also benefited. McPherson. Penante, who's under fire from Friesen. JMF in the Bobcat of Hamilton 72, trying to work to the inside of the 99P. Gaston's Auto Sales on the side of Penante's ride. They battle for second with The 18R of Rouse lurking behind. Cody McPherson in control of this one. He leads. Cars slicing and dicing in the back. But everybody staying clean. We stay green as they work lap 4 in this one. Cody McPherson. Willard Concrete and Trucking 7. A sharp looking ride. Looks even better when it's out front. Friesen is through to second. Penante trying to fight back on the outside. Can't do it. Top 4 single file. Knapp and Bleach battle hard. Here comes Brent Bigelow. Brent Bigelow, who got used up by Bleach early in this one. Billy Bleach Jr., who started on pole. And Brent Bigelow came together. Doesn't look like any car is worse for wear other than the fact that they lost valuable track position in this one. Bigelow trying to fight back on the inside, looking to the inside of Knapp as they work through 3 and 4. Knapp. He leads. He enjoys the position in that top 5 temporarily. Bigelow thought about trying to clear but couldn't do it. Now through 3 and 4. Tightest battle on the racetrack for 5th place right now between Bigelow and Knapp. Your top 4 single file. Rouse trying to change that as Penante has also gone to the bottom. He looks to the inside of Friesen. All this happening several car lengths behind our leader, McPherson. Cody McPherson in control of this one by about a half straightaway. Friesen now trying to eat into that lead as Penante has to play defense for 3rd. Rouse trying to get by on the inside. Top 5, single file in this one. Bigelow trying to make a move on Knapp for 5th place. Can't do it. McPherson led that last lap by about 1.7 seconds over Friesen. We'll see if Friesen can start to eat into that. This time by the stripe. McPherson. Friesen. Lead stays at 1.7 seconds. Can't get in any ground on our leader, but there's a lot of lap traffic looming in this one. 25 laps here for the Rick's Delivery Sportsman. $1,000 to win. McPherson trying to go for the money early in this one. He looks like the favorite. Bigelow has gotten by Knapp for 5th position. Luke Carlton trying to break into the top 5. He's looming in 7th. Adam Leslie as well is into the top 10. Billy Bleach Jr., our pole sitter, down to 9th. And Justin Sharp rounds out the top 10 in the 8S. Our leader, McPherson, starting to close in on lap traffic. We'll see how that affects the gap. McPherson looks to the inside of this 23 and the 62. Might get both of them here up off of 4. John Babyon in the 62, racing hard with the leader. He'll move over through 1 and 2, and McPherson gets through. But looks like Friesen was able to take some time off that last time. McPherson in control now. Gap is down to 1.5 seconds as of that lap, but Friesen is hung up behind the 23 and the 62. Rouse runs in 3rd, Penante 4th, Bigelow 5th, Carlton, Knapp, Leslie, Sharp. That is your top 10 as they run. Excuse me, Flanagan is broken into the top 10 by getting by Bleach. But it's still McPherson out in front. McPherson picking them up, putting them down. Great lap times. Our leader, McPherson, now trying to work to the inside of McKay. Got by Tyler Pacholski in the 21P. One car going in. That's the 17C of Costco. Costco into the pits. Problem for Jordan Costco, brings him to the pits. Meanwhile, our leader continues to negotiate lap traffic. Has Smith and Sauter up next. Sauter's up on the high side in the 4S, and then it's Terry Smith in the 22. Smith had a strong showing early on Saturday night. Not able to advance much further than his starting spot here tonight. McPherson goes to the inside. Friesen trying to follow suit. Friesen has to get by the lap car of McKay. Sauter up next for Friesen. Oh, one car around right in front of our leaders too. 3 cars end up around as Jeff Penante and Curtis Friesen come together. And Rob Sauter in the 4S also spun late, I think, to avoid that. And we're under yellow. Green flag. McPherson back. Trying to defend a lead. Down the back straightaway. McPherson, Friesen. Rouse trying to challenge Friesen for second. Can't get there. Cody McPherson has controlled this race pretty much all race. After the front row washed out in front of him, the seas parted and he found a way through. Now, does anybody have anything for him as we start to work down? 2 laps to go. Rouse trying to get by Friesen to make a challenge at our leader. They continue to battle for second. Penante and Bigelow battle for fourth. White flag in the air. Nobody within striking distance. One more time around for McPherson. Cody McPherson trying to hang on. Big money on the line. 1,000 to win. Rouse will get by Friesen, but he won't get there. Checkers are out. McPherson wraps up the lead. Big win for Cody McPherson over Rouse, Friesen, Bigelow, and Penante. We had one car stopped. That's the 23N of Petey, who wrecked as the field was coming to the checkers. But Cody McPherson hangs on for a big win in the Rick's Delivery RM Racing Lubricants Sportsman. 19 cars scheduled to go here as they battle for 2,000 to win. Pace car in. Jones. Willard. They'll lead them to green. Good start for Jones. Willard dips it into the mode early, trying to play defense as Matt Williamson's there looking. Jones and Willard side by side up down the back straightaway. Up off of 2. Jones is going to pull away with the lead. Willard, Chevalier. Williamson 4th. Davidson 5th. Jones in control of this one, but Willard is lurking there on the outside. Chevalier and Williamson battle for 3rd. They're side by side. Jones down on the inside, and here comes the 777 on the outside. Willard can't get there, and it's still Jones leading. Jones, Willard, Williamson, Chevalier, Lindbergh, Davidson. Top 6, single file, Bowman and Bicknell battling with the slack 3RS. Yellow flag up on the high side. One car stop. That's McTavish. And Lindbergh sees it and gets involved in slack as well. McTavish came to a stop on the high side of 3 and 4. And that will bring out the yellow. Lights going out this time on the U-Pick Auto Parts SLM Recycling Mini Cooper. Jones, Willard, Williamson, Chevalier, Lindbergh, Davidson, Slack, Bicknell, Wood. I believe that's Peters to his outside. Pace truck in. Bowman will rejoin the field at the back after some repairs. Green flag in the air. Jones gets away with another great start. Willard trying to use that moat once again to get some momentum. Williamson there for a brief moment had a challenge for second. Down the back straightaway, top 4, 5 now away. Single file. Willard trying to get to the outside of Jones. Jones, Willard, Williamson, Chevalier, and Lindbergh. Tight racing between the top two. Jones hanging tough on the inside. Willard on the outside. Williamson there lurking. Willard's going to put the power down, and Willard will clear to the lead. Tyler Willard in the 777 to the lead. Here comes Matt Williamson as Jones battles back with Willard. Willard in control, using that middle groove. Jones down on the very bottom, and here comes Matt Williamson. Matt Williamson to the outside of Jones. Williamson way upstairs trying to clear the 15J down the back straightaway. Top 3 single file now. Lindbergh has gotten by Chevalier, and here comes Scott Wood up to 6th. The 41 of McTavish trying to get back out on the racetrack late here. He'll do so at the back of the pack. Meanwhile, at the front, Matt Williamson trying to run down our leader, Tyler Willard. Willard in the 777. Willard, concrete and trucking on the side of that race car. Williamson representing S&W Service Centers. And then it's Jones in the Bicknell Racing Products 15J. Those top 3 kind of on an island, but Lindbergh is trying to reel them in. Gary Lindbergh runs 4th, and Chad Chevalier runs 5th. Wood, Bicknell, Carlton, Bowman, and Davidson behind them. At the line, the gap about 0.8 of a second for Willard back to Williamson. Williamson sails it in. Can't get to the inside of Willard that time as Willard puts the power down and pulls away down the front stretch. At the line, Williamson gained about 0.02 of a second. He's going to need a bit more than that if he's going to want to try to catch Willard by the end of this one. This time should be a bit closer. Williamson. Trying to find a way around on the outside. Willard. Williamson. Matt Williamson is coming. He's there. He looks to the outside. That 6 looks strong. He's found something. And he's closing in on Willard as they also close in on lap traffic. That could be a factor in this one. Lots of time left. That time the gap down to 0.4 of a second. Williamson has moved up the racetrack. Willard trying to move up as well to get around the Too Cool lap car. Van Mill in the Too Cool. Williamson's going to split him. Briefly thought about getting to the inside of Too Cool, but couldn't do it. Top 2, single file. Nose to tail now with no lap car between. Williamson cuts to the bottom. Trying to diamond the corner, almost a reverse diamond, really. Looks to the inside of Willard. Willard leaves the door open on the bottom. Can't do it that time as they work down the back straightaway. Top 2 cars. Nose to tail in this one. Willard, Williamson, Jones, and Gary Lindbergh has now gotten by the 12 of Chevalier. Put Gary Lindbergh up to 4th. Williamson sailing it in into 3 and 4. He'll get alongside briefly, but Willard puts the power down and he'll pull back away. Williamson closing, but that lead is pretty much stalled out at about 0.4 of a second. Into 3 and 4. Williamson again looking to the inside. Lap car of McTavish. Next car that Willard will see. Williamson points the car down the hill, cuts to the middle. But Willard just has his rhythm down. So smooth and consistent is Tyler Willard through 1 and 2 and into 3 and 4. He leaves the door open, but never really gives Williamson the chance to get there. We'll see now if the lap traffic starts to play a factor. McTavish, he goes up the racetrack. He'll probably take it to the pits, looks like. We stay green. Willard trying to work over Podwinski. Willard will pass the 72 of Podwinski down into 3 and 4. Another lap car goes down. Although Podwinski fights back on the outside, not exactly letting Willard through easily. Here comes Williamson. Matt Williamson trying to find a way past Tyler Willard. Can't do it so far. Willard now facing Shane Pierce in the 88, trying to put the 88 a lap down. Battles on for third as Lindbergh starts to close in on Jones for third on the racetrack. But our leaders gotten by Pierce. Next car in line is Davidson for Willard to get by. Willard works to the inside of Dylan Davidson. Williamson trying to find some speed on the high side through the back stretch. He goes to the inside of Davidson, but Willard is already through, and that's going to allow Williamson to, or it's going to make Williamson work a little harder if he wants to get past our leader. It's Willard, Williamson, Jones, Lindbergh, Chevalier, your top 5 as they continue to run here. 8 laps to go. Williamson, so close, but can't find a way to by Willard. Now tries the outside. This might be a bit more successful as look at Williamson. He closes in. They briefly touched. Almost a bit of contact between Williamson. Now he goes for the lead on the outside. Matt Williamson has found something upstairs. He's gotten alongside our leader, Tyler Willard. 2 lap cars in front of them. Will this be a factor? Right. Slides up, a little bit of contact with the 2 cool. Our leaders are right there, and Williamson is through to the lead. Matt Williamson, what a move underneath the 2 cool. Pinches down Willard, and now Tyler Willard's got to fight back to try to catch up to Williamson and not let him get away. Williamson works around the lap car of Wright now. Matt Williamson driving away. He seemed like the faster car for the last 10, 15 laps, but just couldn't find a way. He went to the outside. He found something, and now Tyler Willard is the one chasing. Willard can't get by Wright that time down the front stretch. Jones still runs third. Lindbergh fourth. Laps clicking away. Matt Williamson is driven away from Tyler Willard. Then it's Jones, Lindbergh, and Chevalier, your top 5. Two laps to go. Matt Williamson. He stretched things out by about a third of a straightaway over Tyler Willard, who put up a valiant effort, leading a lot of laps here tonight, but ultimately could not hold off Matt Williamson. White flag in the air. Lindbergh has gotten by Jones for third. Final time through 3 and 4 for our leader, Matt Williamson. Checkers in the air, and Matt Williamson comes up with the money once again at Merrittville over Tyler Willard. Lindbergh, Jones, and Chad Chevalier, your top 5 here tonight. Matt, come around. Collecting the big check tonight, collecting the win. Tell us about the drive. That was a hard effort to pass Tyler Willard. Worked over him for a few laps there, to say the least.
Yeah, we had a good car. Fortunately, we made a lot of changes after the heat race, and it just took a while. When I got into clean air and I could use the whole racetrack, I was a little better than I was behind Tyler. So just had to get by him there at the end, and fortunately it paid off.
Money Matt Williamson here. Who do you want to thank for the drive tonight?
There's a full grandstand tonight. Everybody that come out and supports us, this is pretty cool. So thanks to all the fans, and obviously my sponsors, S&W Service Center, Daryl Johnson Incorporated, Pickner Racing Products, Barron's, Jason Enterprises, Phil from CMH Leasing helped us out with some tires. I got to thank him this week, and it's just cool to be back in Victory Lane at home.
Great job, Matt Williamson, your winner here tonight in the 358 Modifieds. And let's catch up with our Hoosier stock winner, Rob Murray. Rob, the series is 3-2. You close in on Dave Bailey as you two continue to go back, showing them how it's done here in the Hoosier Stocks. Tell us about the drive tonight.
After Saturday, I had some bad luck, and tonight the luck was a little better. And I love racing against Dave. He's such a good competitor and stuff, and he makes me stay on the top of my game, and I push him to stay on the top of his game. So I'd like to thank all my sponsors, and I'd like to thank, Mayor for putting on this show. It's like see all these people out after last year and stuff, which is great. I'd like to thank Home Hardware, Ryan's Tire, Smith's Home Services, and anybody else I forgot. Well, my crew, Jeremy and Steve and my wife, they worked on this car all day trying to get it back together.
Great job, Rob Murray, back in Victory Lane in the Hoosier Stocks. And now let's catch up with our recently crowned winner in the Duel on the Dirt, Dylan Ward, coming out. Dylan, you didn't know you won this race at first, but in the end, you find yourself in Victory Lane. You win yourself a Duel on the Dirt, and you've been through a lot already this season, this 13. Tell us about the drive.
Just happy not to spin out. I think every time I've been here and every time I've got tapped from behind or either done it myself. So it was nice to finally set her straight and right the ship and get one for the boys. It's not the way we like it. I know Austin works hard, and it's unfortunate the way that it happened, but I'm not here to say yay or nay. I'm just doing what I'm told.
Great job. Who do you want to thank for the victory here tonight?
I got to thank Jeff Obey from Obey Designs for putting a nice letter job on this. Bo from SOS Towing, Paul from Paul Kirchmeyer, Well and Equipment Rentals. I got to thank John Burkholder. Simon Obey built this truck from day one. Jeroen Van Leeuwen for always helping me tweak things from here in and out. And then my dad for always towing us to the track.
Great job. Dylan Ward, you winner of the Duel on the Dirt. And one more to wrap up here. Cody McPherson with a dominating performance. Lucky 7 on the side, but I don't think you needed any luck. This thing was dialed in. Talk to us about the drive.
Yeah, the nice thing about racing on a Monday after Saturday where you suck, you're still pissed off, and I always race better when I'm pissed off. And the car was real good tonight. Drew good, redrew good, and just hit our marks.
Great job. Who do you want to thank for the win?
I really got to thank my Aunt Tam, Willard Concrete and Trucking, Rick's Delivery, my grandma McPherson. So I got to look. PVM Hydraulics, DVC, S&W Service Center, Summertime Spray Foam, Outlet New Gen, Niagara Trailers, Titan, and I really got to thank Brandon. He gives up his weeknights to come and help me in the weekend nights, and hold on. Beaver Lock Farms, they came on board this year too. They're a big help. So I got a lot of sponsors, a lot of people to thank, everyone up in the booth and won. They helped me out too.
Great job, Cody McPherson, the winner in the Rick's Delivery Sportsman. And fans, get ready. We got some fireworks on the racetrack, but first, turn your attention to the center as we get ready to light off fireworks big time here at Merrittville Speedway. Congrats again to all the winners. 25-lap Enduro coming up. Going to keep it to the best of our ability here to keep up with scoring. Of course, Enduros always kind of get a little bit messy. In the 1R is Rodney Rutherford. In the 108, Zach Bleach. In the 97, Max Chuchalk. The 51-13, James Richard. Then I got a 3H of Harold McGregor. 92 is Jeremy Cooper. 20, Teddy Shepard. Jordan Fiddler's in the 45. In the 10, Nathan Thompson. 13, and that's Nick Storing. The 6'11", Jonathan McWhitter. The 12, Troy Fitzgerald. And the 11D, Dan McNeil. 14 of Dustin Duga. Colton Rumsey is in the 3, the 24. Trying to get through all these names here. Dylan Slider in a 0. 85N, Nick Hendricks. The 2, Danny Adam. The 1, Michelle Seeley. The 26, that's DJ Thompson. Rachel Lauders in the 11. 780, Nick Hoffman. 02, Sean Fader. 51, Brendan something. 801, Josh Dimitro. The 28, Devin Germain. 111, Tyler Denhalder. The 3019, Chris Brand. 48, Colton Lane. The 473, Trevor Chichulk. And Craig Cole in the 5. One car is looped it. I believe that's a 711. Can't tell. Trying to get this car going. One car parked low. Lots of slicing and dicing early in this one. So the 1R is still your leader. That's Rodney Rutherford in the 1R. Oh, one car stopped on the middle of 1 and 2. Leader coming out. 1R, that's your leader going by the stripe now. Five wide down the front stretch, all kinds of chaos. Yellow flag waving in 1 just to let everybody know there is a car stopped there. More cars pushing through. Oh, again, the 781. That was the car that was parked. In the 781, we believe that is... We're unsure. I believe the 780 is Nick Hoffman, but maybe 781 might be... No idea. Lineup's a little scrambled up here. But we do know that our leader is the 1R. Everything, of course, unofficial. We're just trying to sort things out as we go. One car looping it. Throws it in reverse and keeps it going. This is a bit of a scramble. Oh, no, oh, no, oh, no, right in front of our leader. The 0-2 comes to a stop. That was right in front of the 108. There's the 1. I believe the 97 has made the pass. 97, I believe, is the new leader. 97 is Max Chichulk. One car pulling in. There's the 3 car coming to a stop on the go-kart track. All kinds of chaos as laps click away, working lap 9. Damage to the 781. That car has seen better days. Flat tire on that Sunfire that's going through there. All kinds of trouble up off the 4. Everybody keeps it right, though. The 111 slows. And I believe the 97 is still our leader, working up off of 2 now, right behind the Rainbow Warrior 24 car. In the 24 tonight, Vincent Pagnotta, Ford Taurus, or Lincoln, or some kind of Ford product, but has the Chevy Jeff Gordon colors on it. Always confuse me, but whatever works. Still the 97 in control, I believe. Again, everything kind of scrambled us for now. We'll check with official scores later, get a full race update. Chaotic action as the 97 continues to pace this field. As the line '97 1R, we believe, is the lineup. And then we believe the Silver 5 is up there as well. That's going down the back straightaway. Trying to keep, one car around all by himself. That's, I believe, a 17 car. Yes, the 17. In the 17 tonight. Jeff. His name is Jeff. Oh, big damage to that orange car. More debris flying off the racetrack. Lots of pieces laying around. And there goes Jeff. We don't have a last name. I believe it could be Penunte, Jeff Penunte, but I'm not 100% sure in saying that. On the score here, we've got the 17 scored as Jeff. 1 car around, 2 cars around, 3 cars around. 1 gets going. Lots of trouble here as cars try to get righted. And, big collision down on the inside. The 0-2 involved. That car came to a stop as it tries to get righted. Trouble for the Coyotes Hockey 11. I think we've got a top 5 that we've established here up in the booth. 1R 97, 5, 611, and Slim, the 5113 is your top 5 as they run. So the 1R we again believe is your leader. That just went by the stripe. Then the 97. There's the 5. Couple cars into the outside barrier there. Trying to get it righted and keep going. The 47 heavily damaged. I don't think that car can steer. That car can definitely not steer. Big contact down the front stretch. And the 47 will clear to the go-kart track. Problem for the 3, I believe that is. That's slowed up on the top side. Still rolling here. Couple cars with flat tires out there. Lots of debris on the racetrack. There goes the 1R by the stripe. We still believe the leader. Then I think it's the 97. The 20 might be up there in now. White flag lap. One more time around. Our leader, the 1R, unofficially scored as the leader. That's Rodney Richardson in the 1R. The 0-2 driving backwards down the front stretch. Great drive. And I believe the 1R of Rodney Rutherford. Rodney Rutherford in the 1R unofficially in the booth. We're calling that the winner. Trying to call it as best we can up here. I'll get you a top 5 in just a moment. Unofficially up here, we're calling it Rodney Rutherford in the 1R. And then the 97, and then the 5, I believe. 97 piloted by Max Chichalk. And then I believe the 5 tonight piloted by... Well, we don't know. Oh, excuse me. Craig Cole, I believe, is in the 5. And I believe that is the 3rd place car, but unofficially. All right, the 1R. Rodney Rutherford. Started out front in this one and survived to the very end on what was a wild but somewhat clean, ultimately, Enduro. Tell us about the drive.
It was a lot of fun. There was a couple times where it was pretty hairy there. Down in one, we were sideways back. Then I got checked up here, and the other car checked out, and luckily we were able to use the lap traffic to catch up and pass them.
Who do you want to thank for the drive here tonight?
Just got to thank all the guys in the back in HB Racing.
Great job. Rodney Rutherford, your Enduro winner. On behalf of Dawn and Lorraine Speece, I've been Jonathan Howe. Thank you for making it out on a holiday Monday. Great weekend of racing. Get home safe, everyone, and we hope your Monday night was more than just all right, and we will see you next Saturday here at Merrittville Speedway.
This copyrighted broadcast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of GForceTV. GForceTV would like to thank you for your support and for watching today's broadcast.